Okay, hey guys, Night of Heart here. This is gonna be a recap video of the last, yeah, three updates. Yeah, three updates, okay, yeah. So, Verska scared the shit out of me. So bad. So bad. That's why I'm doing this video now. I have a 3-page paper to write, but I was gonna do a video tomorrow because I got back from work. I'm tired. I have to write this paper before tomorrow, or, you know, I failed the class, but whatever. But I was reading an update. The recent one. Verska scared the living shit out of me. So I was like, okay, there's no way I can't not do the recap now. But yeah, so let me recap. Okay, so now basically in this panel, Verska's like, okay guys, you know, it's time for the tactical meeting to commence, right? This is the first panel. This is where it ended. And now, this is where I left off my last Let's Read, and now she's talking. So yeah, she says, okay everyone, let's go, everyone ready? Yeah, so we don't need to read all that. Okay, so basically, she's saying how, okay, she's saying this, this session basically has 4 or possibly 5 major, like, problems, or, like, major, like, issues, or maybe not issues, depending on how you look at it. Basically, she's saying that, there's the Condens, there's 3 Jack Noors, and there's also, you know, the White Jack, or, you know, what's her name? The male lady, who's also basically just a white female Jack, but, you know, she's just a white she's just a prospidian, whatever. And that's why she said 5, maybe 4. That's what she said, 4, maybe 5 problems, because we don't know the she doesn't know the the motives of the White Jack, but all she does know, yeah, I'm just gonna call her White Jack, even though that's not Jack. She doesn't know the motives of White Jack, but she does know that she does not like, you know, Black Dog Jack, or whatever you want to call him, or no, or Becknor, you know. So so she's saying basically when all 5 of them get here, which will be in a couple hours, all hell's gonna break loose. Next thing. Oh yeah, so then they're talking about the Condens is right now on Durst, and she's doing some planning herself, you know, basically doing that raid with rescuing Jake and Jane and whatever, and putting, rescuing Jake and then putting Jade and Jade to sleep and stuff like that, and all that stuff like that. Basically, kind of like backtrack her a bit, and now they're like, you know, like they're both like now they're both sides are making up a plan. She's just saying how, like, she has a whole bunch of power. She's really, like, she's cunning and whatever, and dangerous and all that stuff. And then they're saying, oh, hey, when's Dirk gonna come? And it's like, oh, well, Dirk's pretty good with the sword or whatever. It's all good. I'm just summarizing it, just to... Whew, sorry. Then, Karkat's like, yeah, oh yeah. So basically, Verska said, okay, guys, since we're gonna do a plan, we need someone to draw out, you know, the diagrams and stuff. So she said, okay, hey, Karkat, you do it. Now I'm gonna read this part. I actually found this really funny. This part's kind of pretty funny. Karkat's like, I still have no idea why you put me on drawing duty. I'm easily the worst artist here, and in a setting that includes Dave. Let's get real. That's no small feat. Verska said, I specifically assigned you to diagramming doing so that it would keep you occupied. That way, you stand there, you stand a chance of keeping your mouth shut while I talk strategy. Karkat said, that worked great now so far, hasn't it? We've lost how many strategy seconds to me complaining about drawing already? Verska said, sure, but I know that drawing requires a lot of concentration from you. Once you're in the zone, I expect you'll simmer down. Karkat's like, wow, fuck you. You're probably right, but fuck you nevertheless. Where's the shit? Where the shit is my art pencil? I have some drawing to do. I love how Karkat just like so. Okay, well, I accept this, but yeah, fuck you. Even though you're right, fuck you. I don't know why, like, this whole exchange was just, it was funny. I don't know. Anyways. So our card gets on drawing duty. So yeah. Now we got a diagram here. So here's the, you know, sphere of whatever. There's Dirk. There's Jack, which is Robo Jack. Then we got Lord Jack. And then we got, you know, the Condents and Durst. And then there's, you know, the two doggies or whatever. And then they're there, as you can see. So yeah, she's just basically explaining why the Condents is so dangerous. I don't have to read all that, but you know how she has like the eye lasers, she can control animals and mind control, all that stuff, blah 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 blah. Which is the reason why she was able to control Jade, and you know Jane was being controlled by the tiara. But basically they're saying, what she's saying is like basically if we can't, killing her is not going to be easy, and we probably can't kill her, but we just need to keep her busy. They're saying just keep her busy long enough for them to get done what they need to get done. Don't, because she's saying honestly you probably won't be able to kill her. But I mean, if you kill her, that's great. But honestly, we just need to keep her busy long enough. And also, they have to get Jade away from her as well, because if she gets controlled by the Condents, you know, that's just a freaking god tier green sun fueled freaking space player of the witch space player nonetheless. That's pretty powerful. So they have to like get her away from the Condents, and also like the Condents is basically a huge priority. Like she's basically like the main threat of the whole thing. Now we got three Jacks. You know, you got Becknor, you got Lord Jack, and then we got well, Robo Jack. I want to call him that, Robo Jack. Yeah, you see Robo Jack, yeah. The Dog Jack, well, I guess we call him Becknor, but it's like Dog Jack, Lord Jack, and Robo Jack. And now, this time, Dog Jack and his Prosperian counterpart, please. And then he draws, Carcat draws fucking 2 middle fingers. And he says, I see you're intending being a wriggler about this. So then, I guess, Verska says, okay, let's just, yeah, he does this. Fucking Carcat. Okay, so right here, this is basically saying Dog Jack is easily the most powerful adversary of the bunch in terms of pure physical capabilities. The Condents has the edge in gill and flexibility, and Lord Jack has tons of offensive power too, but there's nothing quite like a first Guardian ability, like the first Guardian ability is to give someone an overwhelming tactical advantage. The ability to teleport anywhere in the session, anytime, or anyone anywhere, anytime. No, anywhere, yeah, anytime, while having access to an inexhaustible power supply from the Green Sun really makes it no contest, even against an otherwise awesome combatant. So yeah, she's saying like he's basically super OP. You know, we gotta take him seriously too. Like, you know, like they're fucking crazy. Then right here, they're talking about once again. White Jack, I'm calling White, even that's not her name. White Jack. Basically, she's saying she doesn't like Jack, but she's basically like the same thing as Dog Jack, just, you know, same in power, strength, all that stuff. So yeah. So she's saying like, so yeah, so Verska says, I still don't know what her real motive is, her real motives are, but you know what they say, an enemy of my enemy and all. So I say let her have at him, and if the opportunity presents itself, help her defeat him. Oh yeah, and it says right here what I was talking about before. If Jade ever wakes up, the Condents is, whatever that word is, preoccupied. Make sure Jade goes nowhere near the Condents and sick her and sick her on Dog Jack. She's saying basically, if Jade wakes up, the main person to fight Dog Jack would be Jade, because she has the same powers as Dog Jack. So it's like Jade would be the best person to fight Becknor out of everyone, if she wakes up, that is. See Lord Jack, he's drawing. Kiss my shame gloves. How does this look? Great. I think I can work with this. Right here. Talk about Lord Jack now. So he's from Lord Jack is native to basically the Alpha Kid session and all that stuff. She has no clue how he was like he was possessed or like infused with Lord English's crazy, ridiculous, destructive, magical energy. I have no clue why or how this happened, how it's theoretically even possible, or why we should actually care. The fact of the matter is that it happened, and now we have to deal with this hideous rainbow-eyed monstrosity. Given what I've learned about Lord English's abilities, this will make his attacks quite lethal, and will be extremely difficult to kill. In fact, the fucking rainbow energy might just give him the highest constitution ranking of any adversary, possibly making him the toughest one here to actually kill off. The only reason why he's not at dog tier threat level is because for all his power, at least it is localized to wherever he happens to be. He is about as slow as any of us lowly whatever that word is. He's not quite as relevant to keep occupied or even defeat as a condenser self, but he's still going to be a huge trouble when he gets here. You're gonna need to stick some really good fighters on him. My advice is also to seriously prepare for casualties during the fight. As the group chief healer, Jane is gonna need rapid access to multiple fronts on this battle. More on that later. So yeah, basically, you know, Jack, this guy, crazy power, he might not be the top priority, but he's going to be a huge problem. You know, we got to deal with him too sometimes. Luckily, he's slow as any of us, which is why he's not exactly on dog level, like, tier, like dog level threat, but he's still a threat. Now, RoboJack, he says RoboJack's from, you know, their session, when they help him take down the Black Queen, blah, blah, blah. He says she knows that basically RoboJack has, like, you know, cybernetic upgrades, and he knows how, like, she has, like, he has, like, a trunk full of, like, things, so she doesn't know if he's gonna be a threat to us, to the group or not. But she just says basically just be prepared, you know, like just in case he is a threat. You know, we gotta take care of his ass too. Oh, and this is where basically, sorry, this is the end. This is the Animal Crossing music. You're gonna hear this throughout the whole video because I got this awesome plugin where basically it plays Animal Crossing music for like every hour, just like the game does. So around midnight it'll just change. This is pretty cool. Oh wait, my friend just Skyped me. Anyways, basically she's saying there's gonna be some sort of army. There might be an army inside the trunk, which is obviously the Felt game and Miss Paint. So then she just says, basically, she's telling Jake right now. Wait, hold up. Did I fucking miss it? Sorry. Oh yeah, it says, I won't get into it now. You're probably going to need to reserve a squad to dealing with this guy, whoever he brought along for the ride. It's a lesser priority, so I recommend to assemble of third stringers. No offense to whoever those brave souls may be. Every lame wad has their place in an epic battle. Basically, she hates pages. That's what I know now. She just doesn't like pages at all. That's why she's always putting down Tavros and Jake. She just does not like pages for some reason. She just doesn't like the class, and now she's saying, hey, basically, Tavros and Jake, you guys are basically losers, and you're gonna deal with RoboJack just in case if he's gonna be a problem, since he's like the weakest one, so you guys can take care of that, because you guys fucking suck. That's what she's basically saying. Fuck you, verse, because Jake is awesome. Yep, and now they covered all the shit, whatever. So now they got all, they covered everything, whatever, and they're saying, Jane, wait, hold on, let me see. Now we got oh yeah, she's saying you also need to launch your lightning strike raid on the convents before any of them get here. Basically, they need to go to the convents and take her out or get her preoccupied before any of the jacks get here. And as for your party here, like I said, she'll need to be the highest mobile. Whatever that word is, I probably read it wrong. Anyways, it says, so what you need to do is lay out a network of key portals and transport them so she can make rounds and be in tight communication with her, because she can bring people back to life. So if someone dies and like doesn't come back to life, like God tier, like if they die heroically, she can bring them back real quick. And she's saying basically we need a some sort of network, some sort of network to like transport around the battlefield. So that's why we got these freaking these houses here, little houses. I think see the scatter window portals around these are various battle sites. And Rox is like, yo, did you like loot my house? And Versa's like, please do not interrupt. Transportalizers will work too if you can get them all hooked up right. This is definitely busy work, but also really important. So we need someone competent in charge of this. So then basically, Rose Sprite says, okay, I think I'll do this, because she doesn't want to feel like she's left out, like, because now that she knows that she's like lesser Rose, like, her role isn't really important. Like, the main Rose, Alpha Rose, is right there, so she's just a beta Rose, like Dave and whatever. But she feels though, like, she wants to do something important too, so she just says, okay, I'll hook up the network and stuff in the teleportation places. And so, yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. And now, it says, now we can assign combat, oh yeah, so, hold up, before I go, I'm obviously skipping shit. The whole party will need to defend Crocker's life at all costs. She cannot get sucked into any combat. If she dies, you can all be fucked. Be sure to fill her in on the logistics whenever, our Arceus Sprite has finished deprogramming her. Everyone on it, and now she's about to assign the combat rules. Now this is when, John just thanks Verska for, doing all this and saying, hey, glad that you're doing all this planning out and stuff, and just keep up the good work, and Verska's, oh yeah, thanks, it's just a quick thing. Yeah, Condense. So basically, Condense, it says, we need someone to fight the Condense or whatever, and it says the party to be at least good enough, if not to defeat her, to keep her busy long enough, which I said before. Who wants a piece of this sea witch? Both Roxy and Rose say yes. Now, I'm going to assume Roxy says yes, because one, the Condense in them had a little, confrontation going on when he put her in a freaking Durst prison on the other thing. And also, probably because she killed Rose in the other alternate reality. Rose, I don't know why Rose said yes, but maybe somehow she knows that, the Condense killed Kanaya in the previous reality somehow. Like, somehow all those, like, hatred feelings are, like, going into, like, this new Rose. She's like, for some reason, why? I kind of want to kill the Condense for some reason, like. So, whatever. So, yeah, so both Alans are going to go. Oh, yeah, and also John said that he's also going to go, because he can, like, dodge her with, like, his like, not her. Like, he can dodge her attacks with all his windy powers and stuff for, like, distraction, keeping her busy. And Kanaya said she wanted to go, but Verska was like, nah, you can't do that, because I have another mission for you. And Kanaya's like, what is it? And she said, oh, don't worry, I'll explain later. Okay, Dogjack, yeah, so like I said, Dogjack would be especially reserved for Jade when she wakes up, and Jade has to fight him. Yeah, so, that's it. Now, Lord Jack, and Dave says, okay, yeah, I'll fight Lord Jack, it's cool, whatever. And then in the next thing, it's like, and Dave says, there's all these rumors swirling around that I've got to beat Lord English anyway, so it's probably bogus, but killing this guy at least would be the next best thing, right? So maybe if I do this, can, like, put the prophecy at rest or something. So Verska said that she didn't really believe that freaking rumor anyways. Treddy said that she'll go with Dave, and yeah. Oh yeah, and then Dave's bro, he brings up Dirk, and after that, Verska said basically, okay, fine, when Dirk comes, you can fight Lord English with Dirk or whatever, basically. So, Icarus Sprite, I don't know. Verska asks what AR wants to do, in this battle. And basically, he goes on a whole tangent how he wants to do something, like, really, like, awesome for, like, the universe, you know what I mean? Like, basically, do something really cool that, like, means something, like, within history and stuff like that. Something just long I really don't care about. But then with this long tangent, he starts talking this long-ass tangent. Verska says, oh, sorry, I was just temporarily memorized by your incredible smile. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action and want to do something important. In any case, you've earned the right to do whatever the fuck you want just by being awesome. So, end of story. So basically, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah. Who cares? I don't really care. I mean, it's cool and all. When I read it, I was like, wow, okay, so I guess he wants to do something really heroic. It's cool. And Versco's like, yeah, you know what? You can do whatever you want, guy. You're good. I hope I'm doing really good explaining it, because I don't want to go on forever. I'm just trying to, you know, summarize it up. I'm not going to read all of it, so... Okay, now, RoboJack. Basically, yeah, she says how she doesn't know if he's a threat or not, but basically he wants to deal with him. Yeah, Jake and Tavros, because you know they're quote unquote lame and they suck and they should just fight the lowest level threat. So I'm not gonna get into that. So, because you know, versus just being a bitch, or I don't know, being real or whatever the hell you want to call it. Karkat's like, okay, so everyone has a role basically but him. That's what he's complaining about. Then it's like, he's just saying, you know, let me just read this. Let me just read what Karkat said. Are you fucking with me right now? Come again? Well, let's see. If I'm talking this up right, John and the Lalondes are John and the Lalondes, one of the two, 1 and 2 are going to team up are on Team Contents. The Strider Bros and Pyro are on Team Lord, are on the Lord team. Jade, when not on nap duty, is on the dog team. It's exclusively, by the way. The mayor isn't doing shit because I am personally seeing that he doesn't get a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head. Or, no, not a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head gets harmed. Crocker's on healing detail, and Lalonde 3 volunteered to support that. Can I have some vague yet to be explained mission to do, and so does Tavros. And Jokes here just got shunned off to the Pee-wee League. Oh, Jake. So who the fuck is even left aside from me? And what and the fuck and I'm stuttering. Sorry. And the fucking cat, I guess? Are you sure we shouldn't pick a role for Rose's fucking cat Lucis before moving on to the absolute bottom of the barrel? Sometimes referred as the Vantis Zone. Versco says, oh, great point, Karkat. Hey there, kitty. Yeah, what would you like to do? I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Roxy or both. Okay, that can be your very important job. Don't let us down. that was really cute, you know. It was cute. Karkat says, oh god, thank god we sorted that out. Now we established that the kitty cat is heading up to the fish eating operation. I think we can safely proceed to the rung of statistic importance directly below that. The infamous what is Karkat gonna do rung. And since everyone else has a job, my skills are relatively unimpressive. I'll have to sign up for Team Dipshit too. Hell, even the kid with the banana hammock is a god tier at least. So I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him? Sure, why not? Second in command to the third-rate hero. Sounds about right to me. See, stop trashing on Jake, okay? Come on. Okay. Anyways, then she explains how, okay, Karkat, actually you're on the same mission with Kanaya, and she's just being vague about it or whatever. And yeah. So, yeah, being vague about it. So, oh, hey, you're on Team Kanaya. And she's okay, yeah, and then they just talk about Jake again, who cares? You know, I already told you. Then right here, and then she said, this concludes the planning, whatever, yeah, blah, 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 yeah, let's get ready. Okay. Okay, then this is now this is when the new update happens. Then basically she explains to Karkat and Kanaya that basically Jade's denizen. Basically they need to go to Jade's planet and go to Jade's denizen so they can get the Genesis frog. To release the Genesis frog that was in Jade's planet, because that never got released, and now that Jade's planet is, you know, within this session now, they have to go to Jade's planet and get the Genesis frog, because for some reason why Jade's denizen specifically asked for Kanaya, because, you know, since Jade's asleep, the denizen didn't want to, since Jade was corrupted, she didn't want to deal with that, and now Jade's asleep, so that's not going to happen. So the denizen requests Kanaya, probably because she's also a space player and stuff. She did it before on her planet, and I guess she wants her to do something. And for some reason why, the denizen also requested to bring Karkat as well. Karkat's like, what the fuck? Like, why? And Versa's like, oh, Dennison's like mysterious. She said maybe she wanted a night along, or maybe a blood player, or maybe she has a bone to pick with you in like particular, because you know how when they're beating their Genesis Frog, Karkat kind of fucked up or something like that. I guess I don't really remember, but I guess that's what she's saying. So so then basically she says how so then Karkat's like, how are we even sure that she has a frog to release? Who made this frog? Who made this frogs? The jokers from this session? I thought they spent months doing nothing. Verska says it's the same frog Jade made. Remember Kanaya's help? Remember with Kanaya's help? Hell, you may have even been involved in that process too. I don't recall every single detail, but it fell in the forge on Jade's planet back on the old session, and now Jade's planet is here. Hence, the frog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating inside the planet for a few years. The echidna kept it warm for us until we were ready, which is now. So, Verska just says, hey, you should be honored that the Dennison, wants to, talk to you or whatever, or want you to do something, since, the Dennison's really important and stuff, and she's all ancient and mystic and stuff. Also, I forgot to say that, Kanaya asked, do I have to kill Dennison? And then Verska says, well, if she says, if she said that she wants to fight you, then yeah, you're probably gonna have to kill her. So yeah, whatever, that's done. That's their mission. Also, that's Earth. That's the Earth in the Alpha session, so I'll just read this. Next item, Earth. When you enter the new universe, you're going to need a planet to live on. Why don't you resettle on the one you all grew up on? The continents kind of fucked it up, though. In your scratched universe, she spent a few centuries getting it ready for the new troll paradise. She flooded the whole thing, so when you get there, you probably need to skip ahead of time in the future when the oceans have receded. You should be livable by then. Hell, it may be even a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle's over, make sure you give this to Jade. This part I'll read. Well, not all of it. He says, what is it? Oh, actually, I'll read it. John says, what is it? It's Earth. Remember how 3 years ago you told Tereji we needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in the time since, we talked about it a lot, and figured out this was most likely the reason she told you to give it to us. It wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code for your wallet. It took a little while and a few lucky guesses on the code digit, but we eventually got it there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus. You hacked my dad's wallet? Yeah, basically he hacked his dad's wallet or whatever. Then, she says, then before I did the scouting work on this session, I rode the meteor through the gate, watched it as it crashed on Earth, then I just captcha logged the whole damn thing and got out of there. No sweat. Presumably, like Grim Bark Jade was supposed to do if she wasn't asleep. Again, it's a pretty good plan. She just never saw me coming. Sorry, Condent, if you wanted your waterlogged little globe back, you have to pry it from John's dead hands now. John's like, okay. Basically, he explains it, whatever. Frog 101, Skya, whatever. It says, those are important things to remember, but don't forget the basics. Remember to finish building up your hives as far as they can go. Then deploy the grist rings, which will disperse the planet's horde into Sky, giving the nutrients it needs to make the frog, blah blah blah, frog shit, who cares. Then he goes like, oh yeah, John says, okay, so what is your part in this? Basically, Verska tells John, oh hey, I'm gonna go to the farthest ring and go kill Lord English. This is what happened in the other session where she said that's what Ghost Verska was going to do. The other thing, that's what Ghost Verska was going to do in the other session, gather up an army and defeat Lord English. And John says like, wow, it's not going to be hard, and of course it will be. John's like, are you sure you can even do that? John's like, by yourself? John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving this blindly. See, somewhere out there in the incomprehensible casual stew of the furthest ring, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans. John said, yeah, this sounds weirdly familiar. Versus, I'm sure it does, but the point is, along the way, that plan stalled out and went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost their way. So someone needs to light that fire under that shit again. I don't see anyone else stepping forward. How are you gonna do that? Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is. So basically, I guess she's gonna do some shit. Defeat Lord English. So yeah, so it's like, so it's just like, okay, yeah, so this is it, we're done. And then Karkan Kanai says, okay, let's go to land of, you know, Jade's planet. And then it's like, Condens set. And then, oh yes, it says he asked Jake if he wants to do some, you know, battle planning or whatever. Who cares? Oh yeah, this basically in quote-unquote Verska's words, Dave... Well, this isn't in Verska's words, but this is me. If I was Verska, I'd be like, okay, David's bitching about his brother not being here or whatever. Yeah, he's basically just bitching about why his brother's not here and he wants to meet him and stuff. So now, this is the part where Verska scared the living shit out of me. She scared the living shit out of me, guys. Like literally, she scared the shit out of me. Like, this is what happened. Karkat was coming at Verska's life, saying how you should respect, you know, Dave, and don't be trashing just because he wants to meet his brother and stuff. And Verska says, who said I wasn't being constructive? He thought that she was like just talking trash to Dave and she wasn't being constructive. Verska says, who said I wasn't being constructive? God, I cut him all the slack in the world on this, but I can see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can see I'm gonna have to expedite matters. Go figure. Leave it all to Verska once again. Now this is where I got confused. Dave is like, what the fuck you even gonna do? Now this is where I got scared. I saw her take out a rifle, and literally on Skype, all my friends heard me say was, what the fuck? And it was kind of like this. First it was like, what the fuck? And then Verska said, I told you, I'm expediting matters. And then all I heard me was like, what the fuck? And then I saw that and I said, what the fuck? I thought like Versa was gonna snipe like Jacob for some reason, but then she just shot. See, when that happened, I was like, wait, did she just fucking like snipe Jake? I actually started spazzing out, and then I guess she saw a little window portal thing, which I didn't know that gun can do. And then he came, and then guess what? Came through the portal. Now Dirk's here, yay! And it's like, there you go, Strider meets Strider. He's pretty fucked up. Probably a nice guy once you get to know him. Which one am I talking about? You ask. Who knows? Feeling awkward yet? Here's an idea. Get the fuck over it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm not sure I can take another second of this. And then John's like, geez, Verska, are they really that bad? Verska says, who? The Striders? No, they're fine. That's not what I'm talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox Space, which I can't stand for. Not another moment. In fact, it makes me shudder just thinking about this lingering flaw which has yet to be rectified. And John's like, oh, what is it? The best thing I've ever read. My fucking ghost is being a fucking loser. I don't understand why she's being a loser. I mean, she seems like she's dating freaking, you know, she's in a love relationship with fucking Manaya. I think I pronounced her name right. But that made me laugh. She says, my ghost is being a fucking loser. And then she just jumps through the portal, and then that's it. That's my Sky profile picture, by the way. John's like, what the fuck? Like, okay. This is my Sky profile picture, by the way. And then that's it. That's where it ends. John's just like, okay, that happened. So now everyone's here. Verska's doing some other stuff. Everyone's here. Jade's asleep. Jane's still being reprogrammed. Everyone's here now. I don't know how long this has been going on for. I just know it's been going on for a bit. But I think I'm done here. I think I've talked about everything I had to talk about. Because, I mean, yeah, I went through like 3 updates, and I explained everything, kinda. I hope I did good. Like I said, I'm bad at recapping. And I said my thoughts about it, so I'm done. I'm not sure when you'll see another video. Like I said, I'm just gonna upload whenever I feel like I want to upload, but, that's about it. Oh, actually, I want to show you something. Ikamaru uploaded some new pictures the other day, and these are really cool pictures. This is, right here. she uploaded, not he. She uploaded a freaking a Homestuck at CM Universe crossover, where instead of Steven it's John, and like Jane's like Rose, Roxy's probably Amethyst, or I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. They're just basically it's like CM Universe X Homestuck. Jade, like I said, Jane's Rose, John, Steven, and then he has the three other crystal gems that are friends with Jane, probably loved her a lot. Her name is Rubalite, Rubalite, transformed into like a cat, whatever. Got Emerald, Jake likes movies, and it's like, hey, these human movies are pretty good. John's like, heck yeah. And then this is my favorite one. You remember, I guess that's Jade, or maybe not, I don't know. And this is the children are playing with swords. I mean, with swords. Oh no, they're dead. Don't call again. That's when when Garnet did that. She's just sorry, I panicked. Dirk is Topaz. And then, there's John with a picture of Rose, whatever. So, these are really nice. I definitely saved these. But, yeah. Done here. So, before I make this video way too long, because I know it's been long. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been long. So, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Night of Heart. Outie!